All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our original subscriber game. So, just visually on the map, things are looking rather well. Very happy with how things have progressed so far. A couple of particular points of interest here. Um, I think it's just really impressive how Otago back here has gone on to. Let me go ahead and put this on clown quilt mode here, just so we can start talking about individual nations a little more here. So you can see Otago here. Okay, is this sort of beige orange color here. Um, if you notice, as we come over here, that is Otago. So Otago basically rescued me from Geraldton on the island here, which is super awesome because he picked up a bunch of nice double tiles here. He's got a double, looks like a double wheat over here. Nice double energy. We need that in Australia, of course, and a double wheat over here as well. So that's great. It's great just to see him thriving, getting those energy resources, sending large cohorts to mainland Asia and so forth. So big props to Otago. Very impressed with what he's done. And as we move in to mainland Asia here, really there's a couple of people who've really sort of dominated, and just kind of wanted to talk about them just briefly here. First of all, really big props here to Esperance. So Esperance and I have been fighting side by side since almost the very beginning, and once again he stepped up big time in the Geraldton fiasco. So Geraldton hurt us bad, and a couple of my fellow players reached out to me and said, "Hey, it's not just you that he knocked down." When we tried to recapture his territory, it knocked us down too. So it was quite the blow to us as a team. But people like Esperance here and Otago, and in particular over here, I know I know Java took some big hits trying to counter that. So Java and South Borneo really stepped up and helped out a lot. So thanks, South Borneo. You can see he took a lot of this region down here that needed to be taken, a lot of this up here as well. And so we're continuing. We do have Darwin continuing to do well, pushing north. And, as a team, let's go back to our team colors. A little bit easier to see who is who in terms of friends. So again, looking at the blue here, the blue is all us. So we're doing really good at this point. I did finally butt up against some stiff resistance in the north here, so I'm just kind of trying to wear him down. This is a big player. He has gone AFK, which means I should be able to push through his defenses pretty soon. Yeah, he's moving towards me now with this, so I'm moving back with this. Go ahead and move back behind my fort here just in case. And I'm moving forward with some other stacks up here, as well as bombing in with this 4 bombers here. This is 4 bombers and 1 fighter. I do have another fighter joining there and another bomber in the works. So, as I mentioned in the past, I had a substantial army that ended up having to be withdrawn to fight Geraldton in the middle here. I do believe I should really compare maps, but I do believe I came out a little bit ahead. I no longer have a through corridor, but that's okay because South Borneo has built a railway here, which kind of takes care of that. And or maybe there was already one there. I don't know. But again, it's not a huge deal to have that corridor all to yourself. It does make you a little bit faster as you march your troops forward, but not a huge deal. So we're kind of back to our grind here. You can see I've just got guys continuing now to stream back in. I wasn't able to get the pipeline opened up here from the homeland for a while because we were having to deal with Geraldton. But now I'm just grabbing everybody and sending them to the front, grabbing everyone. So reopening the pipeline is going to take a few days before these guys start arriving on the mainland. And then, of course, a few days for them to go all the way north to the front. But boy, when they do, will they be well received. We'll be like, hey, we're glad you made it. It took you 2 weeks. But thanks for coming. It took you 2 weeks. So that's about the size of it. Just active fronts all around here. We can see South Borneo. Esperance here is continuing to push forward. despite the fact that he is a has been a stay at home power there in Australia, really saving us from Geraldton. Um, really, honestly, protecting our homeland. It's been great. Also, Otago can't overestimate the importance of Otago in this whole thing as well. And then South Borneo is really doing a great job here, um, sort of in the Japanese region over here, Korean Peninsula, and so forth. So everyone's doing their part. Let's go ahead and just take a look here. This has not been the kindest to us lately. Let's see, Central Europeans still in first place, African Coalition still in second, and we are in third here. Now, one of the things that I've been trying to deal with here is uh, modernizing, my infrastructure here. So I'm still going around, especially some of these most recently captured double tiles. I'm still building level 2 factories, level 1 factories, railways, just basic infrastructure stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at the uh, provinces captured and see where we stack up there. So there we go. Okay, we're just a little bit behind the African Coalition here. Everyone is fully stacked here now. You can see, as usual, Central Europe is dominating. They're still dominating. So that's not great. And I do believe we are finally butting up against one of the members of Central Europa. Let's just make sure. Yep, that is him. So this is Moskva, who's Popcat. Oh, Popcat. So Popcat is our ally in Popcat's our ally in the multiverse game, and he is our enemy here. Woo! Okay, that means he's watching. Oh, damn it. Well, what are you gonna do? And it's not like it's gonna give us a huge disadvantage or advantage. Right now, the European Union is about twice as powerful as we are. So about the best we can do is kind of hope for a coalition alliance with the African Union, as you can see, is the second place. So sometimes the second and third can team up and just about equal the the dominant coalition. Now there is still the potential too, after we swarm up into Asia, because we are friends with Popcat, because Popcat is a subscriber. There is still the potential that we could work out an arrangement with him where we turn east and invade into North America, and he turns south and invades into Africa. We'll just see what happens. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. We're open to all different kinds of possibilities. So very interesting. It looks like there used to be a subscriber down here. He was doing great. Who was this? Doing really well. Warlord Tango. I'm not sure if he was a sub or if we just shared map or shared right away or something, but he's gone now. And there is still quite a few people up here in North America. So that would sort of be a natural expansion for us, especially since a lot of us could just cross the sea directly with our Oz troops and then cross the Bering Strait here across into North America from Asia if we needed to. So that's a possibility. Popcat, if you're watching, that's something we could do. We would leave you alone, and you could deal with this threat in south of you in Africa, and we could just head east and take over all of North America, and then we'd have a showdown at the end. Sounds like fun. What do you think? What do you think? All right. Anyway, great work to Darwin. Great work to South Borneo. Great work to Esperance. Java is kicking butt as always, and Otago doing great, man. So really happy with everybody's activities here. Everybody's active. Everybody's expansionist. I can see these battles and skirmishes going on the outskirts, and every time I look, I see the advantage on our team. That means that we're just attacking in when we have that advantage, which is exactly how to play this game. Don't attack in with equal odds. Attack in when you have the advantage. Make sure you have the advantage. That's the principle of overwhelming force, and it is a core principle of military theory. You absolutely want to dominate every battle, and that reduces your losses, really. It just makes sure that you have fewer casualties. The more men you bring on the field, the quicker you get the battle over with, the fewer your casualties are, and just in the long term, the better off you are. Now, here's the one exception to that. I did have this guy marshaled a lot of troops here because I had a stack of about 100 infantry and a tank in front of this 5. And so they ran out and destroyed that stack. So I'm having to fall back here. And I still don't know what's here. And I still don't know what's over here. And so I'm continuing just to rein in Hellfire here. I have 5 cannon coming up to attack back into here. I'm withdrawing back to here. To behind this fort so I can still rain down. If he continues with this 87, I should be able to fight him off with 5 cannon and 28 men in a fort along with that tank. So, but my front is looking a little less intimidating than my allies' fronts are along their skirmish points. And then, it looks like just continuing to push up into Asia here. That's good news. We're going to keep doing that for sure. Who is this? South Ussuri. 95 provinces. This is a very powerful Alaska nightmare. So he is based up here. West Alaska. Nope. South Ussuri. Interesting. I don't know where his capital is. Do you have a capital? Do you even capital, bro? He has to. That's 100% morale. Well, what am I not seeing? Is this it? That's it right there. So, okay. Here is an active player, a huge nation. All right, we are about to butt up against him. And is he part of, Alaskan Nightmare. So he's part of some North American dealio going on over here. I'll bet you Evil Nation is part of that as well. Okay, so that is something to be concerned about. Once I finish up this war, and really I need to get my economy up and running. This whole Geraldton thing has set me back big time. So, and all of us really. Again, people have reached out to me. My close allies have reached out to me and said, yeah, he knocked us down too. We had no idea he had so much stuff. So again, this has happened twice now in other games. People have quit the game and they just sent all their troops out to the ocean. And I sent to them my heartfelt thanks. Like, thank you so much. Because not only do we not have to fight our former brothers' troops, but we get to walk right into those factories and take them over without damaging anything. So it's just the best possible gift you could give us as you leave this game, to yeet all your troops out into the ocean. And then we literally can just walk in and take over all of your facilities. And it doesn't, think of it this way, there's no advantage to our enemies, right? It's pretty much an equal. We'd still rather have that person active in the game. It's just better to have more people working independently. But if you're going to go, the way to minimize the benefit to the enemy is to make sure that your allies can walk in and take over those factories, take over whatever production's going on just immediately. And so that's happened a couple times now in a couple other games. And big respect to the people who quit correctly. That really helps out your brothers. We do appreciate it. All right, that's it for this. There's really not much more to say. We are butting up against now this Alaskan Nightmare coalition, and we're also now butting up almost directly against the European coalition. We have been in contact a little bit with Africa here. Africa did spank Norte pretty heavily, and according to everything we've heard, both sides, Norte and East Cyrenica, gold marked pretty heavily in that battle. And we've heard that the gold mark usage has been called to a halt. So that's good news. Oh, look at this, Otago over here. Look at you, buddy. I like it. Keeping an eye on things. Look at that. That is a sub far from home. Good for you, Otago. I love that. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for checking into our original subscriber game. I'll see y'all next time. Adios, amigos.